I regret talking to you.
Though we ask you do not disturb the students.
I don't think I've ever seen someone so perfectly rounded. What happened to you? Why have you placed your skull in a trash compactor? Whatever, students. Don't answer that, by the way.
Every mortal who shows promise in the art is welcome among us. Of course, they must pass the trial. We must have standards.
This, of course, because she is the purest form of trash. Scholia Arcana.
600 years of magical scholarship and training. Nor did our history prevent us from accepting the younger races.
Tell me more about the younger races.
The Almain and Varani, of course. It was
Oh,
not
so the elves don't consider
back that
themselves
only
younger.
The gnomes and Llshit possessed magic. And
All
still,
the gnomes.
no one knows what kindled this sleeping talent in their breasts.
I am so sure it's going to turn out that the elves descend from the Fae? Somehow? I don't know how it would be possible. Because you could argue it's probably like a Fae banging a human, that shits out an elf. But no, for one, I don't know if they can breed, but it would be very fucking strange, and I would have assumed someone would have tried already. But like, I don't know, man. We're so close to them. Like, the Summer Fae, they got blue skin. And they can basically do all the exact same skin tones as the Ljosalfar, the Light Elves, the Dokkalfar. Look very, 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 very similar to the Winter Fae. Or the Unseelie, or whatever the fuck. And that name will never, ever, 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 ever stop torturing my lovely little brain. Could they not have thought of anything else? Rathir.
Did you know this spire rock was first settled by a hermit mage and his disciples? Only when Jotun marauders threatened the Twilly Bluffs did the rest seek safer refuge here.
Alright then. So wait. I'm gonna hear that one more time. What the fuck?
The spire rock
was first settled by a hermit mage and his disciples. Jotun marauders.
The Twilly Bluffs did the rest seek safer refuge here.
Huh. I love the random little bits of lore that don't really matter but really, really help to flesh out the world and everything. Like, there's no need for this place to have any, like, in-depth history in that, because no one else is going to mention this, I almost guarantee. But I'm so glad that they did, and this is stunning. This is my favorite area so far that has sort of represented a guild. And I've been to the House of Ballads, and that was like literally throwing yourself inside of Cthulhu's fucking damp, inviting chasms. That was absolutely awesome. Literally like being sucked off by Cthulhu, yet this is somehow more beautiful. It's like Amalur's Hogwarts, and I love everything about it. And what do we got here? Brother Till's book, someone's been stealing his fucking porn collection yet again. Egar's in there, stealing something from someone. And Telemarchus Rasp, or whatever the fuck, Rasp, sorry?
Hello.
Hello, Initiate. Hello, Docent Diod Twilt, who obviously I'm talking to immediately. But not before I destroy all your wonderful hard work. Thank you. I don't know how you're growing, like, rock fungus here or whatever. I don't know what that's actually supposed to be. I always thought I was looting rocks when I was stealing from those things, but I guess that can't be the case if they're growing in a garden. Whatever, talk to me. I love your headband. That makes me so happy.
Time in the order solving mysteries and delving into the world of the arcane, or at least not as much time on custodial work.
How did you end up here? And what the fuck is it? Oh, you're not a dark elf. You're just a very, very, very diseased human. How did you get so grey, sir? Or are you just trying to fit in? Because I think that might be perceived as problematic. Scholia
A collection
Arcana.
of smarter people I'm sure I've never seen.
Clearly still stupid enough to try grey face, but whatever. Rathir.
Spent my life growing up around the docks. Love all parts of this city, from high to low.
And tell me about yourself,
Grew up
Diod.
in Rathir. Always had a head for letters. Was a bit
Oh
sick
wow,
as a
how
youth,
exciting.
So there was little for me to do but read. Once I was of age, I joined the school.
Absolutely love letters, especially Y. Y is... Oh, it really gets my blood pumping. Mostly to my loins, my delicious bloody loins. Initiate, I'm not going to bother talking to you because you probably suck. Can I learn about this one particular gnome? No, because your eyes are hollow and terrifying. like staring into my own fucking demise. Fucking hell. Why would they make you so scary? It's the library, and this leads to not even the pawn collection. Okay, well, does one specific dude happen to have the pawn collection? Wouldn't surprise me. A lot of filthy fucking sluts hanging out in this place. Avald's notes. Oh, cool. I don't know what possible reason this has to be here, but still. Oh, sorry, I'm feeling quite sick right now. I may need to take a break in a second just to make my nose sort of explode. And I don't really want to do that on camera because that's absolutely disgusting, but hopefully it'll go away soon. The Withering War in 1230 BE. Don't know what BE means in this game? What? BE. Before, obviously, I haven't really heard of an event that starts with E. BGS I can understand, but like before Godstorm, or Bethesda Game Studios, but let's fucking hope not in this game. You don't get to pollute Amalur as well, you assholes. Keep fucking up your own franchises, don't end up over here. Yeah, 1230 BE, whatever. King Issa rose to power in Dalentarth. In his early years, Issa travelled widely throughout Alfaria and Fortinmar, posing as a Hirona. I have no idea what that is, but sure, whatever. Keep throwing out fantasy buzzwords and pleasing my lovely little brain. On his return to the west, he accumulated a large following as a war leader and lawmaster, and he soon embarked on a campaign to conquer and unify the widely scattered local groups of Fae. After successfully conquering Dalentarth, he reorganized these local clans into the three great houses of the modern Sealy court, and brought civilization and Fae culture to the western Fae Lanch. I imagine that's supposed to just be lands, and someone decided to vomit up a H down there as well, but sure, whatever, let's not question it. Thanks, Avold, you utter moron. Shardfall. Normally when there's like, sort of like typos in games, I sort of try and play it off in lore. Like, yeah, obviously, like, you know, people can make typos too, but that's normally just with spelling mistakes. Or in games where the sort of things you're reading will have obviously been typed. It doesn't work when everything is like in a goddamn book. You don't just randomly write another H. Doesn't fucking happen. Sadas and the Crystal There by Hadras Llewellyn, sorry. I don't know why I'm constantly making W's into V's. I'm becoming Polish and I can't stop myself. Damn you, Witcher, what have you done to me? Alright, well, once again, if you want to skip this, because it is a big fucking boy, please do feel free. But I'm gonna read it, and if you stay, you're extra fucking sexy today, aren't you? During my pilgrimage to seek out the source of the burgeoning magical unrest in Amalur, I have come upon what can only be described as the antithesis of the once burning power of Aeod. Sedias, the Crystal Ware, has been given many names, but all three belie the bleak nature of the cavern. Immediately it was impressed upon me how absolutely frigid its depths are. It won't bang anyone. Scant few steps into the chasm, and I felt as though I might freeze in place, forever lost to the wintry beast's maw. Lit only by the ghostly blue flame, I could not so much see as feel the wretchedness within, an inescapable sense of impiety about the place, beleaguered by demons that possess a terrible power, and surrounded by flowing waters that never freeze despite the cold. I was left with a suspicion that it is under some kind of curse, the only draw I could find that might spur one to brave such disconsolate conditions is the abundance of shards and gems. One could wrest much power from a weapon when combining it with these through the use of sagecraft. A properly socketed gem in one's blade could give a warrior incredible potency in battle against his enemies. Or just the fact that this game is pathetically easy could also have the same effect, I guess. However, such a thing that could also give a terrible strength to those enemies in turn. During my observations, I've sensed that the elemental powers within have been growing in both strength and Strench is now how everyone will forever say strength. I have decreed it, and it is just obviously better. Why don't they just let me rewrite the entire English language? I'm clearly a fucking genius. And volatility to create a magical whirlwind unlike anything seen since the time of Eleanor Breyer. Eleanor Bread. My own attempts to tap into the mighty power inside have seemed to provoke a sort of disconnect in my mind. There resides something elusive inside me now. Something that counters my ability to reason in a sane and righteous manner. It is my hope that a member of the Order of the Ash be sent to Sedeus to investigate the mystic surge. I feel it only prudent to further examine the instability that is growing here, before it is beyond the influence of those who remain virtuous and sound of mind. I really need to check out Shardfall. I'm hoping that maybe, all these awesome areas that we never got a chance to check out. I don't know if they're awesome, but it's called Shardfall. Of course it is going to be. Gloam Thicket, Ardoris, Bristlethorn, all of the... I don't remember if we went to Sill. I think maybe we went to Sill, but that's like the only one we went to. All of those awesome fucking places. I'm hoping either the Scholar Arcana tells us to go to, the Warsworn, fucking anyone hanging out here. I don't think the Warsworn can anymore. I think we did all of theirs. But the Travelers, anything like that. I need to drink up all that delicious, delicious fucking goodness, man. Because for so long, I was just going into every single, dungeon, just to see if, because I didn't really, let me try this sentence again, because nothing is working. Yeah, because before, when we were sort of starting out in the game, and especially in Daelentarth, even right up to the end of Daelentarth, I was just going into every single dungeon and working through it, in case it was one that existed only for loot, or only for XP, or only for hidden enemies and stuff like that. And it seemed to never, ever, ever be the case. I was always then, like 5 minutes later, sent back to the cave I just cleared out to do a mission that then had absolutely no sort of, stakes or anything, because it was basically just wandering back through a completely empty fucking hole with nothing in it, just to get, like, I don't know, a loot, one singular loot. I don't mean the instrument, just like a rock, probably. Yes, that kind of sucks. I'm trying to avoid doing that in the Plains of Erythel and everything, but it's just, it's borderline impossible to know whether or not the entire game is going to have a quest for every single dungeon if that was just Daelentarth, because Daelentarth is fucking perfect, one of the best opening locations in any RPG. I love it. Adept Morticrum Adler. Morticrum Adler. Your entire family and everyone you have ever fucking met since despises you. And you despise yourself for not changing your name. I hope you know that. How much do you absolutely despise people? You just launch yourself into the fucking wall just to escape me. Let's try that one again.
Come to have a
you
look at our
warm to me
library,
just a little bit more?
We'll take it in.
I mean, he still can't look me in the eyes, and I'm just constantly looking down on him like I'm about to swallow him whole. But, I guess this is a perfectly reasonable way to have a conversation. There's no sexual tension here whatsoever, right? We're not about to instantly fuck. I mean, that would break you. I assume gnomes are to scale in terms of their equipment, if you know what I mean. Scholar Arcana.
Studying magic is one thing.
Fucking camera angle doesn't even try and change. It's so confused.
Not in some library.
And sagecrafting, I guess, even though you don't do a single fucking bit of sagecrafting? So why did they let you be the one to tell me about whatever?
You have the passion for craft as well.
It doesn't seem like you have fucking anything, dude.
I think, directly interacting with and manipulating the magics of our world. Shame that I have no skill with it myself.
Ah, okay.
There are a few others around that might be of help. Urthanara or Artancade.
I'll definitely come across them eventually, but for now, tell me about the Rathir chapter.
I love the campus, but there's too many people who
I love his voice, by the way.
Books than in the dirt. Can you believe it?
His voice it's completely solidified in my mind that the Gnomes of Amalur are the dwarves of any other fantasy realm. I love me a gruff little Irish man. Emphasis on the little. What do we got over here? Scholar Arcana Prefect. You actually have anything to say? You're a prefect at age like 65. Good job, buddy. You finally got there. You get to wear the least cool hat of all time. Are you proud? This is how you wanted to spend your life?
Reports of missing initiates.
Okay, well, I don't care. Thanks. What do we got over here? Oh, you're just a random initiate? You actually seemed really cool. I thought you were doing, like, the most important fucking studying of all time. But no, nothing matters in this world.
Been managing the Scholia Arcana library for centuries. I hear he has a special lesson for those that are curious.
I'll see if I can go find him. I imagine he's not hanging out in the library. To be honest, I imagine he's not even really hanging out in this part of the Scholia Arcana, or this chapter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Is it called a chapter? Is that what they're calling their, like, fortresses or whatever the fuck, or their locations? I don't... Oh, he's right here. You're the leader of the entire fucking organization. But I mean, I met the Archsage. It was not you. Are there multiple Archsages? Then why doesn't it call you an Archsage? Maybe the Archsage isn't the leader, but just like the best boy, the most powerful boy, but that maybe he's a little bit too busy. Maybe he's got so much shit going on that he probably shouldn't be allowed to be the leader. This counts as stealing? I don't think it does. Not a single person cares that I'm dispelling this. I'm even like breaking into it right in front of that guy. No one gives a shit. Is that a glitch? Is this supposed to be stealing? I mean, that's a random guy. Random guys never move. So I highly doubted. Oh, that was for Darfell. Okay, never mind. I thought that was going to be for the Travelers. The Travelers obviously want me to be complete arseholes and steal everything I come across. Darfell, he doesn't really care what I end up doing, but still. Why put a fucking ward on it and a trap if it's just for literally anyone? I'm using it to bad boy fucking ends, to purposes, whatever the fuck. Like, he's not part of the Scholia Arcana as far as I know. Now he can break in and use our biggest secrets for himself. I am the best student.
Are you here for the evaluation? I've already administered the written copies. This will have to be an oral exam.
Oh, my favorite! I'm the best at dick sucking. That's the one thing amnesia couldn't take away from me. It's like muscle memory. Okay, Scholia Arcana.
Were it so easy to summarize,
I do need a little bit of small talk to warm myself up, though.
A few short words. Books, I think, do it slightly more justice.
Alright then, Rathir Chapter.
The Rathir Chapter has some of the finest collections of manuscripts in the plains of Erethel. I guarantee it.
I've found like 3 books, and one of them was a nursery rhyme. What is this? What could that ever possibly teach me, arsehole? Nothing. Nothing is the answer to that question. Thank you. Idris Theon, you are like the only elf I think I've ever seen that doesn't have the weird-ass forehead acne, though, so good for you. Good for you. You really take care of yourself. Tell me about yourself.
I oversee the library in the Rathir Chapter. Many walk the road of knowledge, but I make sure they do so in an orderly manner.
Oh, I hate everything about you. I don't want to work with you at all. Alright, tell me where we... Let's try that again. What's the evaluation?
Members of all ranks, regardless of their skill, must always know the value of research and perception.
Are there that many published studies on blowjobs?
Situation, so let's consider this practice. Take this book, read it, and understand what it means to be part of our order.
Apparently so. There's at least one, the Big Book of Blowjobs. For dummies. Not that kind of dummy. You know what I mean. Tell me about this book.
The Omnibus Arcana is a staple of the education in our institution. All first-year students are given a copy to study. The lessons involve an introduction to the rigors of studying magic, as well as the value of applying yourself to your studies. Each book is different for every user, but they all impart the same basic knowledge.
As I think the kind of dummy we were all fucking thinking of then. For one, I don't think they can read. 2, they don't need to read. Their entire purpose is the big suck. They know everything there is to know in their non-existent plastic brains. Very well.
This is the Omnibus Arcana. It is a magical text that holds the collected knowledge of our order. It is also imbued with a certain form of intelligence. Follow its directions as you would my own.
Alright, the Omnipotent Suck. Let's check it out. The Omnibus Arcana.
This is an introductory text given to all first-year students. It's considered canon.
Where should I go?
The test begins in the courtyard. From there, you're on your own.
No, but the courtyard's like right there. I don't want to do this now. I never asked to do this. Oh, come on. I mean, I kind of did. I accepted the quest, but I thought I could do this whenever the hell I wanted. I've still got tons of exploring to do. I don't know who you are. and I have not nearly moistened anywhere close to enough. Oh, come on, tongue, don't fail me now. Where you at? Naros Chronicle. I will read that eventually, but probably near the end of the game, just when I want a recap of all the shit I ended up doing. Compendium. We have so many of the exact same compendium. Come on, Omnibus. Where you at? Do you not actually exist? Omnibus Arcana, come on. You have to exist. Is my inventory full? Oh, it's right there. Okay, never mind. You're not that long. That's not so bad at all. Considering this is like the big book of everything you need to know about the Scholia Arcana, this is almost depressing. We can only read the intro. Fine, whatever. Once again, if you want to skip, please do feel free, but this seems pretty apt right now. It seems pretty damn important. Welcome to the Scholia Arcana. You, like so many others before you, have assumed the monumental task of exploring the many facets of magic. This examination is normally given to initiates upon the first year of their studies, and it is intended to serve as an introduction to our practices and methods concerning magic. The information contained within the Omnibus Arcana is sealed against unofficial usage, so rest assured that reading this will not result in your unofficial demise. Excuse me? Is sealed against unofficial use. Unofficial demise. But if that's possible, I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between an unofficial demise and an official one. Except the official one gets recorded. Why do unofficial demises even exist? What are you gonna do to me? In the pages of this tome, you will embark upon an adventure of knowledge. Your quest is perhaps the greatest of all callings, the study of magic itself. The mages of our order have always been those ready to endure the rigors of research. This test will introduce the foundations of magical inquiry, a process you will find integral to your studies during your time in the Scholia Arcana. Now, to begin this examination, you must go to the Rathir Chapter House courtyard. There you will find a statue of a woman. Go and observe the statue.
Right.
Is it like fastest wins? Because I'm probably not going to do this for at least a few fucking centuries. But hey, who knows? Every other one of the fucking... In every single other faction, all my contemporaries, all the dudes who are the same rank as me, always die. So, assuming they're just gonna get ended anyway, I can take all the fucking time I want and still win. And I completely forgot to talk to this guy before we went into the library, so... Telemarchus Rasp! Here I fucking come. This dude is like 90 years old and he's only an initiate. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why get hired now? Ah! Oh my god, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, that must be some pretty damn powerful magic. Teach me that one. I'll never need to fight again. I'll make all my enemies piss themselves immediately and run forever.
Crafting to anyone.
I couldn't give I don't care about you. I'm talking to this guy. This absolute abomination of a dwarf.
You must strike. A newly recruited student. Please join us. We're simply preparing for some field research.
Your voice is just the most calming, soothing, incredible fucking dulcet tones that I have ever heard in my entire life. Whereas your eyes scream Vietnam War meth addict. What's going on? Decide what you want to be, sir. You look so afraid. Telemarchus Rust.
I oversee the training
It's
of
like you're possessed.
in the Rathir chapter. Defensive work, mostly. To protect themselves while doing research or going on expeditions.
Scholia Arcana.
Magic is reaching all races. If we do not know what its limitations and strengths are, then we are in for darker times.
Then maybe stop denying people from joining. You reject like most of your candidates, but if your whole thing is like, oh, we gotta control magic before it literally explodes the entire fucking world, then maybe taking on the people who can't control their magic well enough to get in is much smarter than just kicking them out. The entire thing you are worried about, you are perpetuating by just letting them learn themselves. You're not a smart guy now, are you? This entire fucking organization is dumb as shit. Rathir chapter, I understand that would take like so many resources, but Still, your entire message, your entire fucking purpose goes against what you do.
There are a number of advantages to basing ourselves in Rathir. The plains are among the most magical of the regions in these lands. And we receive special patronage from the Orbicant. The rules of Rathir,
Yeah.
for the purposes of...
I like the way the Irish voice says Orbicant. Oh, that's not good. What's going on?
Part of the training involves sending initiates to Gloam Thicket, a Fey Hollow and a Catha. It gives my pupils first-hand experience with Fey magics. Now that I think of it, I believe you're overdue for some field research yourself. Care to investigate?
What do you want me to do? Oh, he is sending me to Gloam Thicket. Fuck yeah. What's wrong with it?
Try to give the initiates some perspective on the scope and types of magic. Part of this involves seeing the magic of the Fey. Gloam Thicket was an ideal spot for them to observe Fey magic. But lately, they haven't been returning. Something's preying on the initiates.
Are you sure the Orbicant will approve?
Like I said, it's in the Akatha. Given the environment and the presence of Morgan, I'd say a Banshane priestess has awakened.
Oh, hell yeah! I like those.
I suggest fireballs to the head repeatedly until it stops moving.
If only fireballs were actually a thing that exists in this fucking world. I mean, all the enemies are fucking capable of doing whatever the hell they want with them, but no, I'm limited to literally just a jihad, and we go from that instantly to using the stars against our enemies. Nothing in between whatsoever. It seems like a really weird magic system, I have to say. Gloam Thicket.
It's nestled in the flooded plains of Akatha. Never used to be more than Morgan there, but now it's something more serious.
What do I do in Gloam Thicket?
Find the Banshane priestess that's killing our initiates, and put it down.
If you insist, tiny Liam Neeson. I love absolutely everything about you, so fuck yeah, I'm doing that. What do we got over here? This would be the dormitory. Let me have a look at the local map, because that's driving me insane. And then we also have... I can't fucking tell, because Savant Engar is apparently the only thing that matters. Fuck you, game. I mean, this leads only to some pornography, and I feel like that is much more important than anything else, much more important than saving the world, because, I mean, if this guy can literally never wank in peace again, then what the fuck is even the point in existing? Which one are you? That would be number 6. We're getting there. We're over halfway now. Fuck yeah. Famed mages I will read at some point, probably not now, though. Siobhan Reen. Big glowing bowl of porridge. Good. Good. Something would be amiss if even our fucking cereal wasn't magical as all hell. If our cereal wasn't capable of destroying a small country, then we would be failures. Oh, you're the healer of the area. Okay.
Greetings.
Is that all there is in this place? Just a healer and a load of people to rob? Okay, this seems like kind of a wasted potential, but whatever. Let's go ahead and smash our way through this shit. Come on, yes! I don't think I've failed a single one of those in this session. I mean, this session hasn't really been going on for very long, but it still feels damn good. What do we got in here? Oh, you're actually a guy. Adept Han Eri. Well, sure, why not? Yes, that actually worked. I didn't think it would. I thought I got the one right at the top way too early there. Yeah, no sleepsy doodles for you, buddy. I'm here.
Casting magic is something I can handle, but all this theory... How am I supposed to summarize the 9 principles of warding in 10 words?
Tell me about yourself,
You're never
Han.
too old to learn something. That's what I always say. Of course, it helps that I forget everything half the time.
What is wrong with this poor, sweet fucking boy? He seems so very depressed, but I mean, you're in the Scholar Arcana. What is there to be depressed about? You're literally able to just wipe out anyone you ever could possibly fucking imagine at any time, and you're sad about that? I mean, dude, just take your anger out on whatever the fuck you want. No one can stop you. Rathir chapter.
I hear there's more tutelage that goes on here at the Rathir chapter. And when you've learned enough, you're sent out into the world. I even hear some go to Issa.
Why? Issa kind of sucks in comparison to this place. Their branch, the Scholar Arcana, is tiny. When I first met them, for one, they were really, really tucked away, and it was almost strange how the game was almost telling you not to join this faction. Maybe they were expecting you to join elsewhere, but I don't even know if that was possible. Surely you can't do faction missions out of order or whatever the fuck. Maybe you can, I don't know. I don't know how much freedom is sort of ingrained within this beautiful, beautiful game. Or maybe you just get here and they tell you to go to the other guy. I'm not sure. But Issa, I mean, their branch Scholar Arcana made them seem like the most pathetic faction in the entire game. Now that I'm here, I think they're the goddamn coolest. I love me some fake-ass Hogwarts. Scholar Arcana.
It's one of the most respected orders in the
Hogwarts full of nothing but middle-aged men, but still.
I spent the better part of my life training to be a part of it. Be seeing you.
Alright, well enjoy being completely fucking useless. I imagine I'll have to talk to you again, like really, really, really soon, or otherwise why the fuck would you ever exist? Are you a guy? As in a person, I know that is a lady.
She spends most of her time in the delving hall.
I am capable of identifying boob. What do we got over here? A sleepy lady. I gotta check literally every one of these NPCs now that Han turned out to be someone. Because he looked just like oh, for fuck's sake, that's quick. He looked like literally everyone else in this entire place, yet for some reason he had some lines. Unlike all of these people who are just completely useless and can't even speak for some reason. What do we got over here? Well, they can speak, but only like about 3 things that literally everyone else also speaks about.